Great. And now we will be moving to our last speaker of the evening, Tejal. She will be speaking about being pregnant and networking. It can be hard, but being new at both is altogether a different ballgame. So Tejal will be sharing her CPR technique to ease you through the bump and help you deliver like a boss.
Thanks for the awesome intro. And hi, everyone. I'm Tejal Adsul. And today I'm going to share my journey of working while pregnant. So a little about myself. I did my undergrad from Pune University and master's from Arizona State with specialization in software security. And after graduation, I joined Intel and was pretty much working on securing data at rest for solid state drives. And after working for a couple of years for a big giant, I was highly motivated to join a startup. And so I went ahead and I joined SpringPath. But my startup dream was pretty short-lived because we were soon acquired by Cisco. And I was stuck with the big giants. And so now I've joined Confluent, another startup. And I'm mostly working on platform-wide security features for the Confluent platform. As most of y'all must have heard, the famous saying that be careful what you wish for you will get it. But be even more careful what you work for you will get it even more quickly. And I like to call my year 2018 as my genie year because it was determined to grant me all my wishes. Well, not all, but most of them. So when I was looking to join a startup in the year 2017, I joined for a software engineering position at Confluent. But unfortunately, by the time I applied, that position was already filled, and I went ahead and joined SpringPath instead. Luckily, in 2018, they had this position for platform security engineer, and as they were just forming a brand new security team. And I felt like this is a perfect opportunity for me because it's in the domain of my expertise and the company I had been following for quite some time. So I applied, went through all the interview process, and joined Confluent in October. Now, Mr. Genie then decided to grant me my second wish about the same time. And I came to know I was pregnant just after a month of joining Confluent. Initially, I was super ecstatic, but soon my excitement was replaced with a lot of anxiety. Because I somehow believed in the stigma that pregnancy derails your career. And now I had to choose between the two. But as I was going through the entire process, I realized it's not really choosing of one over the other, but finding the right balance between the two. And so I coined this technique, which I like to call as CPR, which helped me transition into a working mom. So the first daunting task, which most of us face, is how and when should I break this news to my manager? And honestly, my first gut feeling was, hey, I don't really need to tell them at all, right? And if I start to show, I can just blame all the good free food they give me at Confluent and no one will ever know. But when you have to pee like a freaking million times in a day, and no exaggeration there is absolutely no way you can hide it. So I was so nerve-wracked that I decided to have this conversation with my manager pretty early on. I was almost just 8 weeks pregnant, and I just scheduled a quick one-on-one with him, and I just broke the news that, hey, I know I just joined, but I am pregnant. And I was so surprised that he took the news so well. Rather, he shared his own experience as he was new to the parenthood as well. And that instantly put me at so much of ease. So this is one of my recommendations to all the moms-to-be. When you are comfortable, have this conversation with your manager and preferably early on. And divide this conversation into 2 separate meetings. First, schedule just a quick meeting to announce the good news. So it gives them time to think through any concerns that they have. But most importantly, schedule a follow-up meeting in another 2-3 weeks so that you can gloss over your work plan, job requirements, or your maternity leave plans. But be sure to be highly prepared for this particular meeting so that you can answer of any concerns that they might have. Being pregnant is like having a flu or being hungover all day, every day. And this is especially true in the first trimester. So you cannot really work with 100% of your capacity. So you have this limited energy and limited time before you go for your maternity leave. But most importantly, you have limited caffeine. So it's highly crucial to plan how and where you want to put this energy into. And that brings us to the P in the CPR technique. And this is a very important lesson I learned during my pregnancy. And it took me some time to get into this mindset that you cannot do everything. And you cannot do everything perfectly. And that is perfectly okay. So if you're going to choose to do X, you are definitely going to miss out on doing Y. So for instance, I choose to do all these fill-ins or hard slogs, I am going to miss out on those quick wins and major projects. So what I did and what you all should do is spend some time using this graph and try to analyze where and how you all can put this limited energy and time to achieve those quick wins and impactful project. And once you'll have wisely chosen your X, you all can then use it in the conversation meeting, which we just discussed. Lastly, stress, nausea, those mood swings, all these are part and parcel of pregnancy. All you can do is embrace them and try to relax by consciously inculcating relaxation techniques into your day-to-day routine. So I used to literally schedule breaks after every 2 hours. And when I say schedule, I literally had them on my calendar. And every time I got those pop-up reminders, I would just stop working on whatever I was doing. And I would just listen to music or walk around office or meet a friend on a different floor. And these 10 to 15 minutes of break would give me my energy back. And it helped to improve my efficiency highly when I was actually working. And my biggest reward of working while pregnant is that I have this daughter who has inbuilt knowledge of Apache Kafka, because we pretty much started our journey together. Thank you.